or 53 on the board.
But it's just that, you know, overall, if you compare them to other teams, in all formats, you'd be disappointed because, you know, you can't be assessing the situation so well in one format and just letting yourself down in the other two.
Rashid, still with the slip in place for Baba. He's defending.
I think our system needs a massive tweak because, you know, when you talk of leadership, for example, a good system throws leadership. You know, game awareness, the situation at the domestic level, the first-class level, where you learn the art of a massive run chase or how to survive on a difficult pitch.
Baba on 35, drives a wide, full delivery down towards point for 1, 54 for 2. He moves to 36.
So, you know, I'll be looking at that, the process where you create champions, a process where there's more predictability at the top tier. And it sort of starts from the under-19s, you know, the age cricket.
Rizwan on 16, off the back foot, punches into the offside, finds a gap, and it's an easy single for Rizwan in Pakistan. 55 for 2 now in the 13th.
And people have been asking me what to do with this team. You know, what happens after the World Cup? I mean, the nucleus will largely remain the same. And there's a lot of talent and potential. You just mentioned it, on the day they can surprise any side. So, I mean, there is potential.
Last 2 balls of the over. And Baba is driving again off the back foot, straight this time though. He moves to 37.
It's just that they need to be relevant and current and not be caught in that bubble of the 80s and not be caught in that what if I get out and what if I fail. And so it's a mental lift and a mental direction that they need more than the technical lift.
Talk about mental lift for South Africa too. I totally sympathise. Rashid is into Rizwan and he's going to take an easy single into the offside. Just milking the singles at the moment and happy to do that for now. 13 overs gone. 57 for 2 is the score. The target is 338 and Rizwan is on 18. Baba Azam is on 37.
It's a typical Pakistan way of targeting a score, but you know, if they falter right now, this pair, it would mean 8 and over for the rest of the cast. And you know, few of them may not have the kind of temperament that this pair is showing, so they panic and they pick the wrong balls to hit because the required rate is getting out of hand. So Pakistan need to realize that when the going is great, you've got to cash in and make sure that there is a little bit of comfort route for the later on batsmen.
Well, we're 13 overs in, and we've seen through the tournament, when you start getting to this stage, batting does generally get easier in the second innings. Atkinson over the wicket, and Rizwan does pretty well to ride the bounce on this occasion, because I think it got up a little more than expected. He gets a single to backward point, 58 for 2 in the 14th over. He has 19 now. There's a few teams that are going to walk away from this World Cup with a lot of questions that are going to need to be answered. Sri Lanka being one of them for sure. England, obviously.
Bangladesh. Yeah.
Atkinson gathers and bowls this down the leg side, and it'll be wided. So 59 now on the board.
Yeah, I mean, every crisis, I mean, produces an opportunity as well. So, I mean, this should be, you know, end of the road for Bangladesh or Pakistan or Sri Lanka for that matter. I mean, you know, you have some very fine young players, cricketers. All you need to do is to maybe give them direction and, you know, set up a good environment, maybe change of guard at the top, coaching staff, possibly change.
Atkinson into Baba. He's going to take a single towards third. And we'll move the score to 60. Is that the solution? Like, it's a bit of a sweeping change?
I don't think so. There's going to be a sweeping change because most of these players will be there for the next World Cup.
And the coaching staff?
Coaching staff, I'm not too sure what's going to happen to them. But, I mean, there's a lot of local coaches that are coming through the ranks. And, you know, we had Saklan and Mohammad Yusuf.
Partnership is worth 50 now as Rizwan taps to the offside for another run. 61 on the board, 2 down.
And I just feel that, you know, your local knowledge and local coaches can do a good job as well, if not better. And you can always have these specialists come into the dugout arrangement when you travel abroad to give them, you know, the background to the local knowledge.
Which is the norm of the day, isn't it? Consultants around the world. It's become more normal nowadays. Fielders walk in with the bowler now as Bubba is driving back towards the bowler. It'll be a dot ball this time around from Atkinson, who's in his second over and he's gone for 6. 61 for 2. Won 139.5 kilometers an hour. So decent pace from the youngster who's really impressed this year. Saw him for the first time in the UAE in the ILT20. He was part of the 100 team in the Oval Invincibles. So just played a few games for England before the World Cup as well. 2 balls remain in the over, and Bubba's happy to get behind that and defend with a target of 338. Bubba's on 38. 61 for 2 is the score at the moment. At the same stage, England were 84 for 1. In case you missed it, India, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand qualified. It is confirmed now. That's the top 4. We've had some news from the South African camp as well that Themba Bavuma, the captain, has been assessed. He's shown some improvement overnight, but definitely has a right hamstring strain, and they'll continue to assess him as well. Bubba has pulled us straight towards Adil Rashid, and Atkinson has a wicket. It looked like he initially got on top of it, but all he's done is pull it straight to Adil Rashid, and they've lost their 3rd wicket. And just as you were talking about this partnership, how crucial it is to Pakistan, it ends at 61 for 3. Ramiz, I'll leave it with you, and you're going to be joined by Sam.
Yeah, I mean, it is unfortunate because it's not the first time that he's gotten out at mid-wicket. I think that pull shot had to be a bit better than then. He picked the length early, middled it quite nicely as well, but it had to be along the ground or over the head of the mid-wicket fielder. It was a very sharp and a very good catch by Adil Rashid. So a promising innings comes to an end. Got 38, Baba.
Well, he's playing well, but very similar. Anyone who saw that England-Australia game, very similar dismissal to Liam Livingstone's, where he pulled a short ball to mid-wicket. 61 for 3 then. And Shakil comes out at number 5 for Pakistan. But that feels like a significant wicket for England in this match. It's a tall order for Pakistan in any case to score 338 at 61 for 3. A couple of early wickets, as we've seen so often in this World Cup with the new ball. But then Babar Azam as well inside the first 15 overs. The big problems for Pakistan in this match. And England threatening at the moment to go out with couple of wins at the end, and they'll look at, I think, New Zealand, and they've qualified with 5 victories. I think what might have been really, but it's been a really poor campaign from England, and it's been, well, a bit better from Pakistan, but not that much better when you consider the expectations for both sides, really. Yeah,
I was expecting England and Pakistan to be top notches in this World Cup. England because most of their players play the IPL, and Pakistan because they were ranked highly in ODI cricket.
Well, they were number 1 not so long ago.
Yes.
That changed, I think, before the World Cup.
Yes. Asia Cup really did a lot of damage to their mind, psyche.
So Moeen Ali's going to bowl, and Rizwan is on strike. Rizwan plays a lovely, delicate shot. He gets it past the keeper, down towards deep 3rd. Only a single, though. Perhaps didn't quite get as much bat on that as I thought he had initially. It was a delicate dab. So,
massive spin for Moeen Ali from the outside. That off some, yeah.
That was Moeen Ali's first ball. It did spin that off break, and Saad Shakir, the left-hander, might just take note of that. Be a bit cautious to start with. 62 for 3 in the 15th over. Moeen's bowling from the high court end with a slip in. Joe Root's in there at slip. Moeen goes in and bowls to Saad Shakir, and that spun as well a little bit. And he came stabbing forward. He got a thick outside edge towards backward point. And there is no run. Seeing the replay of that Babar Azam dismissal, just picking out that man at mid-wicket. You almost feel you could hit it anywhere, don't you? But hit it straight to him. But Moeen bowls to Shakil. Shakil's forward. He wants a single. I think it's not there. They decided against it, but they might have been able to pinch it there.
Yeah,
into a bit of a
long
gap.
Single, actually, Simon.
Yeah. Livingston's on the field. The 2 batters are coming down to have a chat in the middle of the pitch. Shakil wanted it. He was a long way down, and then Rizwan not interested at all.
And that's Saad Shakil's pattern also, his game plan, to pick the singles early on.
Rizwan not interested at the non-striker's end. Moeen bowls, and Shaquille Head pushes that one. That spun as well away from the left-hander, and it went out towards short third. Just see Moeen causing some problems here for Saad Shakeel. He already has. Shakeel will just need to be a little bit conservative, perhaps. He goes back into his crease there and plays that defensively off the back foot, square of the wicket on the offside, and there's no run. Cautious, I suppose, just looking out for the danger from Moeen Ali.
Yeah, he's bowling at a very good pace here, not firing them in, allowing the ball to spin.
It's remarkable. Moeen took his first wickets in this World Cup in the last game. Goes in now and bowls to Shakeel. Struck on the pad, the ball angling down the leg side though. So no appeal from Moeen. It's the end of his over, and a good one as well. A single off it. 62 for 3 after 15 overs. Ramiz is heading back to his television duties. Rizwan has 21. Saad Shakeel has yet to score. And Phil's got something for us.
Yeah, lots been made of Babar Azam's strike rate in this World Cup and in ODIs generally. He made 320 runs exactly in the tournament. With only 3 players to make 300 runs in the tournament at a slower strike rate, the 3 Afghanistan batsmen, Ramat Shah, Ibrahim Sidran and Hashimullah Shafidi.
He has played at his own pace, Babar Azam. And that's been one of the pillars of criticism. There have been a few to try to hold the house up in the case against Babar Azam, as Atkinson begins a new over and bowls to Rizwan. Rizwan turns that towards square leg, where it's picked